Hi, this is Thorsten Schmidt and welcome to the NMS Prime channel. Today I want to talk about the cable modem analysis part. Cable modem analysis is really interesting. First of all, we want to look if a cable modem is online. Then we want to jump into the real-time values which a cable modem provides us and which we can show. For example, we're gonna check the entire downstream and upstream channels and all values which we want to provide. The third one is that a cable modem provides a lot of logging, and also the provisioning system should provide a lot of logging stuff, and we want to jump into this. The last one that we want to go through is the history of the cable modem, and this is the entire diagrams which we can show, which is called the monitoring stuff. So just visit www.nmsprime.com and then click on the demo link. I've still logged in. If you do not logged in, then it will request you for a username and a password. Just type in customer and customer, and then you are on this screen. First, we need to jump to the provisioning page and select modems. And here we get our entire modem list, and you can see if a cable modem is red, this means that the cable modem is offline. So we want to show all the cable modems in the system which are less than 100, and here we can see that we've got about 10 to 15 cable modems in our demo system online. Here we've got the config file, and we can imagine which kind of cable modem it is, and on this screen or on this row we've got the upstream power level, which is a really important measurement for a cable modem. I want to jump in this later. So here we see a Fritzbox 6419, and I want to use this to demonstrate what our analysis tool can do and what you can measure from a cable modem. So now we are on the edit page of the modem. I don't want to jump into this now, so maybe in a later tutorial. And if we click to analysis, then we see the entire analysis page. Okay, first of all, we see here that it's pinging in real time and the cable modem is online. Here we see the IP address of the cable modem. And the next thing that we see are the real-time values. So we've got a system description, which is really important when you want to look which kind of software version your device, your cable modem is running, and which type of cable modem it is. Here we also see the firmware version. We've got the uptime, how long is the cable modem online since the last reboot, and we've got the DOCSIS version which the cable modem is running, so you see DOCSIS 3.0. The next row we see the CMTS on which the cable modem is registering. Maybe I have to talk about this in another video, because we use completely dynamically assigned addresses, and for this purpose we do not know behind which cable modem, behind which CMTS the cable modem is registered. So for this purpose we're gonna find it out from vice versa on behind which CMTS the cable modem is registered. So in this section we've got the real-time values about the downstream channels. So we see the cable modem registers 8 channels starting by 306 MHz, and the modulation of all channels is QAM 256. We've got the downstream power, we've got the signal to noise ratio, and we've got the micro reflections. And if every values are green, this means the cable modem is perfectly registered with the HFC or with the RF interface. So below we've got the upstream channels, and we've also already see that there are 8 upstream channels connected, which are running on QAM 64. This is also perfect, so no ingress on the CMTS. And here we can see the channel widths, which is the first one has 3.2 and the last 7 have 6.4 megahertz channel wide. Here we've got the downstream or the upstream channel power, so the power which the modem is transmitting to the cable termination system. And this is also really interesting. We see the signal to noise radio on the upstream. The next thing that we see or that we can do is we can use float pings to test how good the connection to the cable modem is. For this reason, we can select different types of float pings, and I just want to test a low float ping to see how good the cable modem performs or how good the HF interface is working. This will pass back when it's finished. Now it's finished. We've sent 500 packets and it receives 500 packets, and there's actually no packet loss. So the next thing I want to jump through is the logging. What we can see here is the normal log file of the DHCP for this modem, and we see that the modem just requests and offers new IP addresses after 12 hours. This is just normally when the cable modem is online and no new registration process is going. And if the cable modem starts new, then we will see discover and offer messages, but this does not happen here. The next section is the lease section. The lease is the active lease which the cable modem is holding at the time. And here we can see, okay, cable modem got this IP address. All our cable modems got host names. This is required also for monitoring because all IP addresses are dynamically. So the system is designed that when the modem goes online, then the DHCP sends a message to the DNS server, to the name server, and says, okay, this modem now has the host name this, and this is the only fixed instance which we have where we can check if the modem is online. Here we have the times when the lease starts, when it ends, and this is just normal Linux stuff. So if you want to know more about it, then maybe just jump into the ISC documentation. Here we have the config file of the cable modem. It's just for debugging if something went wrong and you don't want to jump to the command line and check the config files. These config files are built by our system by its own, but I don't want to jump into this. And here we've got the event log of the cable modem. This is all the stuff which the cable modem says about what's going on inside of it. And different colors you can imagine: green, normal messages, yellow, some kind of warnings, and red, critical things. So that's most of the stuff which we can do about the analysis real-time part. I have just switched to our production system just because it's more interesting to see the real-time, the monitoring values here. And what we do for monitoring is that we've just used CACTI to recognize our diagrams or to monitor our diagrams, and we are still on the analysis page. And what you can see here is, for example, the downstream channels, and you see that if there are more lines than one, then it means that the 8 different channels have different downstream powers, of course, and this is the average power, and this is the minimum and the maximum power of all channels. The same for the upstream SNR, which is also a really important value. Then we've got the corrected and uncorrected. We've got the DOCSIS micro reflections. We've got an overview chart, so where you can see downstream, upstream, power and signal to noise in one chart. And here is just the upstream power and the upstream SNR for the different channels. So because we've just included CACTI, we can easily jump, maybe let's show the last week. Then we've got the monitoring for the last week, or we can also do this, which jumps into the custom time range, and maybe we can also show the last 2 weeks and all you can imagine. So in this area, there was the cable modem offline, so no values were monitored. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter. We will see you in the next video. Bye.